This is the third presentation of Module 3 of the MeLDE project, Digital Content Creation. This module aims to inform and provide secondary school teachers with a range of techniques that will help them produce compelling audiovisual and text-based content to enrich their lectures and improve student experience. It will also help them enhance their web content skills and social media awareness. This topic will teach secondary school teachers and students how to plan, prepare and develop short-form content as well as video, audio or image-accompanied text for social media. The characteristics of each type of content will be discussed and teachers will learn how to adapt to each type of content to share on social media. There are 3 topics in the digital content creation module: audiovisual content, cloud-based content creation, and finally, short-form content creation for social media, which we will be looking at today. More specifically, we will see how to develop an analytical way of thinking regarding available content on social media, how to reach our target audience, how to create short-form content on social media, and how to enhance creativity on short-form content creation for various social media platforms. So first of all, what is short-form content? In a nutshell, short-form content is defined as content that consists of a limited number of words and does not require a lot of critical thinking when reading it. Using short-form content can improve the connection between the sender and the receiver. The idea behind short-form content is that it's short and precise and therefore easily absorbed by the receiver. To start with, there are many ways of expressing yourself on social media. Facebook is probably the most well-known social media platform that enables its users to create and share content. However, in recent years, there has been a shift towards a more short-form content since it's more concise and to the point and thus doesn't require a lot of the reader's time to get to the point across. Here is an example of a short versus long-form content that appears on Facebook. On the left-hand side, we can clearly see that the user has used 3 short lines to get the point across and then added a link for the reader to follow in order to read further should they wish to do so. On the right-hand side, the user used too many phrases and characters in his post, and the whole post seems to be a bit complex to read, not to mention a bit boring. The human versus goldfish case is simple. The Microsoft Corporation study on attention span yielded interesting results. Back in 2000, the average attention span of a human was measured at 12 seconds. By 2013, it had declined to a mere 8 seconds. This means that the human attention span is declining and is now lower than the average of a goldfish. This is something that has been taken into serious consideration and has played a major role in the principles of marketing over social media. The ability to concentrate on one task and not be distracted is rather rare nowadays, for with social media and apps on our phone popping out notifications constantly. This is why longer forms of content on social media platforms, websites, and other hosts of online content are more likely to be ignored and passed by without attracting readers. This implies that in order to successfully promote your content, you need to get your audience to concentrate on a post with creative, short content for the maximum of 7 to 8 seconds of their attention span, and then, if the content is appealing to them, they can find out more through a link included in the post. According to a short experiment by Social Media Lab by Agorapulse, the verdict is clear. Short content prevails over long content. The reason for this is quite straightforward. Instagram allows its users to write up to 2,200 characters in their original posts with the addition of up to 30 hashtags. Nonetheless, after reading numerous posts on blogs, it was shown that most of them agreed that the ideal length of an Instagram post is around 140 to 150 characters in length. Let's take a look at these two photos that show two different posts with different content. These were the case study of the experiment of social media club by Goldfish. On the left-hand side, there's a photo of a dog accompanied by a short description, while on the right-hand side, we can see the photo of a motorcycle accompanied by a longer caption. We can say that each photo is appealing for its audience, that is, the people who actively chose to follow these two pages, respectively. As you can see, there are no hashtags used. The dog picture received 3 times as many likes as the motorcycle and its rider. This, however, doesn't mean that the photo with the bike is not appealing. This might have happened due to many reasons. One potential reason can simply be that more people like cute dogs with knitted caps as opposed to motorcycles. Another reason could be the length of the description on each post. Since the subject of the two photos is so different, though, it's really hard to say whether the length of the post is what made the difference in the number of likes. So, let's move on to the 3 C's of success. When you come up with an idea for something new that you want to post, you should have a simple yet helpful plan to maximize your reach and engagement. Start with the first C, thinking critically. Ask yourself, what do I want to communicate with my post? Who is my target group? What might trigger the interest of my audience to press the like button on my post? The answers to these questions will help you look at things from the perspective of your audience so that you can create something they can more easily identify with. Let's look at an example. Say you're making a post about innovative practices in the classroom. Depending whether it's aimed at teachers or parents, let's say your style of writing will be different and you'll probably need to go into more depth if you're targeting teachers. In this case, you can see the method we saw earlier when you can write a short form post and include a link to, say, your blog, where you will expand on the topic in more detail. Next comes creativity. When talking about creativity, there's no need to overcomplicate things. Creativity can range from a short video to an image of a tree, for example, or even nice smart text in image format. Creativity is purely subjective, and you can find it by thinking outside the box. Try it. Maybe take a piece of paper and brainstorm notes. If you feel like no ideas are coming to you, just do some quick research on the internet. You will get tons of ideas and inspiration. Then, all you have to do is adapt these ideas to your specific content subject and format. Next comes the final step. Captioning your post. Now, if you've done the 2 previous steps, you have a clear idea of what it is that you want to communicate, so captioning your post will be a matter of minutes. Being concise is always a great thing, but especially so on social media. As we saw earlier, the attention span of humans is quite short, and it's getting shorter and shorter. Being concise means you have a lot more chances to attract the attention of readers. So, to wrap this section up, the key to successful short-form content for social media platforms is a good combination of critical thinking, creative content, and concise captioning. Let's move on. What do you think about these 2 photos? Personally, I'm more of a visual person, so I'm always looking for a nice picture with a short, smart, and symbolic caption. Basically, a combination of the 3 C's. If we compare the 2 posts, which were both taken from Instagram, we might find that we are more attracted to the post on the right-hand side. Although the caption is short and funny in both cases, the image on the right is a lot more carefully structured, and the lighting is better, making it more visually appealing and eye-catching. Therefore, it's only natural that it will grab our attention a lot more easily than the post on the left. In the case of the left-hand side caption, things are pretty simple and straightforward. The user posted a photo without giving much attention to the quality of the image, with the intent to show how a gamer does not have time for food, making a funny comment in the end about destroying his organs. His caption was not bad. In fact, it was a fun phrase that improved the overall content, making up for the quality of the photo. On the other hand, the post on the right-hand side had the beautiful photo with a short, simple and symbolic caption which complemented the concept of the photo instead of stealing from it. This was well tied together by the funny comment at the end. So, the verdict is simple. We need balance. In terms of social media, the purpose is to reach audience and get them to engage, like, and follow your account. So, how do we do this? Simply by knowing our subject by heart and by making sure that our content is appealing, neat, and has a simple tone as opposed to an extravagant one. So, if you're a footballer, let's say, you don't really need a lot of things to impress your audience. All you need is a good picture of yourself from an impressive moment and a short caption to accompany it. Simple as that. The rule is simple. Keep it simple. Content that is created for social media is content of purpose and aim. Therefore, the more concise your content is, the more appealing and effective it will be. Creating short-form content for social media shouldn't be stressful. It should be fun, exciting, and very, very creative to transform your thoughts to digital form. So, we hope you liked this presentation. If you have any questions about the MeLDE project, please feel free to visit our website at www.meldeproject.eu. You can also find this material in presentation format on the project's e-learning platform. Thank you for watching.